Welcome to Make a Path presents Fear the Walking Dead, ladies and gentlemen. Fear the Walking Dead had a scene in the mid-season finale that was so utterly ridiculous. I'm about to play it right now. I burst out laughing, and I actually had to pause the show to contain myself to play the show again. Now, yes, there's going to be spoilers. I don't give two flying shits about this show. It is absolutely terrible. This final episode was absolutely terrible. I know some fans are gonna go hippie hoorah just because they show like Eastman's grave and they do like this flashback of like everyone. Sometimes fans are just too easy to please, but they do like a quick flashback of people that died over the course of the show that Morgan met. I think he met Nick like for 5 sentences, and Nick is there like it's something important, but it's not. But fans don't remember that it's not, so they just go, oh, remember Nick? He said like 5 words to Morgan. Anyhow, but then Morgan does the walkie. Now, the concept I really like. Morgan doesn't know what's going on with Rick. He doesn't know Rick disappeared. You know, he doesn't know that Rick is alive or dead or yada, yada, yada. So I like the concept in the end of Morgan being like, yo, you know, I'm coming back home, which is one of the biggest complaints I've had this whole time. He doesn't say shit about people from back home. But now that the actor's done and the show is over, now he's suddenly like, yeah, Madison, I need to go back home. Stupid. Anyhow, but the concept I like if they would have done something good with it. Then he's like, yeah, I'm coming home. I'm going to check my walkie at noon. And you know, maybe Rick can hear this now. But you know, I'm coming. And if you're not at Alexandria, I'll find you. Kind of like a wink and a nod. And I mean, it is what it is. Concept-wise, I like that little send-off with Morgan. Now, I thought it would have been great if it was actually Morgan and his daughter going off into the world. But they didn't do that. They did this whole, like, step kid, not your kid, he didn't raise her. It's just trash. First off, it's not his blood child. And then you can argue, well, maybe this is, like, representation for, I use that word, but it's not meant as a joke. It's really meant for like maybe like adoptive parents. This can be a story of parental love from an adoptive parent standpoint. But it's not though, because he didn't raise her. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like this. It wasn't like that blood bond, like you're my legacy, you're my child, yada yada. No, you were a kid I took care of for 10 minutes when you were a baby. And now I want you to call me dad because I'm fucking shot in the head. You know, like, the story is so stupid. Anyhow, concept-wise, I would have liked had they done him and Grace's real child, because as of right now, it's like they mutilated that story so much, but fans aren't going to notice because they're not paying attention, and a lot of the stuff that's gone was in the time skip. 7-year gap. I mean, was he even around Grace at all for that 7 years, other than a couple times like, hey, how you doing, whoop-de-whoop? And then he wasn't around his kid at all for the 7 years. It's like, whatever. Now, I will say, though, so I'm watching the show, and I will talk about the finale, final moments that pretty much confirm Troy is coming back. Now, here's the thing. A friend of mine saw the first 6 episodes, and I asked him about it, and he said, I don't know what you're talking about Troy coming back. And then I was like, yeah, you know, I don't know if Troy's coming back because my friend saw it and, you know, he didn't see it. But then I remembered, oh, he only watched, you know, because the mid-season finale, they split the season. So I'm going to know if Troy comes back probably in like a month. I don't know when this comes back. I don't know if I should say anything or not, but I'm going to know real soon because my friend is going to get the next batch of screeners. So I'm going to know real soon if that's him for real at the end of the episode. I'll play the clip, but that I can't wait. If that's him, I am hyped. Not because I like Troy. I like Troy back in the day, but because it's so fucking stupid. I just want it to be him, because not only is it, oh man, let me show you the one scene where you're watching. Hold on, and Morgan gets stabbed. He looks funny here, and he kind of gets stabbed because he's in clear mode, and the only way to do good writing is to rip off somebody else's good writing. So he's losing it. So instead of him stabbing Rick in the shoulder, you know, his daughter stabs Morgan in the shoulder, because when Morgan was losing his shit, he stabbed Rick, and then now he you know comes to, and his daughter stabbed him. So that's the whole idea of, because I know someone's gonna ask, why did Morgan get stabbed if he was only hurt for like 3 minutes, you know? And then they totally skip over it because they want to call back, come full circle. I'm so sick of this shit. It's such a great writing technique, but if people just do it because that's what you do, it is dumb. Imagine, he's only stabbed in this moment because he was stabbed in the original show. I'm sorry, because he stabbed Rick when he was clear in clear mode. That's the only reason. Like, that, what the fuck are we doing? Anyhow.
It's okay.
He's like, oh, I'm stabbed, I'm bleeding now. He's gushing blood. It's kind of close to your heart, bro. I'd be nervous, you know? And then he called Madison. Now, keep in mind, Madison was chilling. She left him because he was clearing, and she's going to go out there and find the kid and, you know, bring the kid back. So he needs Madison's help. So he calls Madison for help. Got to check behind you for the walkers, you know, because they're quiet. Those ninja walkers will sneak up on you and they bite you in the ass. Hold on.
Daniel, Madison, do you copy?
She's face down in the dirt out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. She's just randomly face down in the dirt. She can't breathe. It looks like she just woke up. She was off to rescue the kid, and apparently she's taking a nap. Now she has this sickness where she has a hard time breathing, so maybe she lost her breath and fell down. I don't know, but to randomly skip to a person that is face down in the dirt, like, what is going on? And then it gets even worse because...
Morgan, I'm here.
Morgan, I'm here. I'm dying. I passed out face down in the dirt, but Morgan, I'm here. What do you need, Morgan? I got you, bro.
I need you to come and help Mo.
Now, he doesn't know that she's face down in the dirt, but to write this, to film this, to imagine it, to edit it together, the editor was probably pissed. He's probably like editing this like, God damn, bro, this is so stupid. Anyhow,
We're at the house.
she just gets up. She's like, oh, I'm passed out in the dirt, but Morgan needs help. I'll just get up and run. Morgan should be helping her at this point. Anyone should be helping her at this point. And what's with this out of breath shit?
I'll try, Morgan, but I don't know if I can find it without you.
Is this a real thing? Now, keep in mind, as far as I know, she doesn't have any sickness. I forget what they did to show, like, she needs air because of, oh, the stadium, because she inhaled smoke. Is that it? I don't know if that's true, because then wouldn't firefighters need a lot of, because there's, even though they have oxygen, there's situations where they gulf some fire. What about people who were in a house fire? Like, do they really need oxygen for the rest of their life? What would cause that? Is there a real life connection here to why she needs the friggin' oxygen? And now, of course, she's got to move. Now, oh, I forgot about this part. It gets even better. Now, keep in mind, you're watching this for the first time. She needs to get away from him. He's going in clear mode, baby. He's about to kill everything that's breathing. But then he wakes up. Now, look where they were at. They're in the middle of nowhere. I mean, look at this. He's in a swamp. I love the background. Swampy. Look at this. Now, you got a zombie show? And I get it, you're focusing on Morgan and you're doing this whole clear shit that's really dumb with the, you know, it's like someone would suggest doing this for their college project, their film school project, and people would look at him like you're an amateur dumbass, but they actually did it in Fear the Walking Dead. They're like, how do we let people know that he's losing his shit and all he sees is red? Let's just put red all over the screen, bro. We'll just do it like really quick flashes. Yeah, that's so good. But then they got a really cool zombie with some moss and it's a swamp. And I mean, that looks fucking cool. But what do you do when you get a really cool looking zombie? You blur the camera. It's not in focus. Why? Because we don't need cool looking zombies. We got Morgan and flashes of red, bro. Look at this. Actually, that guy looks cool right there. Can you see him? Oh, yeah, you can see him, can you? He looks cool right there. So look at where they're at. Look, there's zombies all around. They're in 2 feet of water, swampy, muddy, gross. I mean, when you walk, it probably takes you twice as long because imagine your shoes actually just soak down into the bog. There's that red. All I see is red. And your shoes get stuck in the dirt and the mud. That's where they're at. An 8-year-old little girl. An 8-year-old, don't forget that. I still see people going, it's not that big of a deal. I know she's young, but so what, you know? And it's like, it's an 8-year-old little girl, bro.
I need you to
turn around and run away. Now, you see where they're at, and then where he wakes up. How did he get there?
Dad!
How did he get here? He's now inside the little camper thingy that they've been going to this whole friggin' beginning of the season. How did they get there? This is so asinine, so ridiculously stupid that even the character has to mention it.
You attacked me.
How the hell did you get me in here?
He's like, how the hell did you get me in here? Yeah, good question. They've been doing that with this 8-year-old. Again, the characters, I don't care if they hired a 13-year-old actor. That doesn't matter. The character's supposed to be 8. And the reason I amplify that is because it shows how incredibly stupid this is. Imagine an 8-year-old little child stuck in the swamp with like a 180-pound guy, dead weight. He passes out. I thought he was going to clear, but he passes out. She drags him through the swamp, around all the zombies, puts him in this little room, zip ties him up, all while she has a 17-pound hammer on her belt. Let's not forget. We don't mention that too much, but she actually has this hammer. Oh my God, did they take it off for this one scene? You turn me into a liar. She normally has this hammer on her belt. Look, there it is. All right, she pulls it out. Is it right here? All right, but she wears it on her belt, and it's just so stupid. Now, the end scene, the finale scene, has this clickbaiting bullshit. You get these hands. I think you saw long hair. That's why I didn't know if they were gonna do. Because at first I thought this was a female. It looks kind of, I don't know, you know. It got some long hair going on. Someone look up the actor. Does he? Yeah, it's not like long blonde hair, but maybe the light is reflecting off it. Looks like some raggedy ass hair though.
We will find you. We will do our best.
Yeah, I thought it was a girl, bro. First time I seen it, but then at the end,
We'll make up.
got a map with a whole bunch of markings on it showing that we got a detective who's been following them. Now this is why it gets even dumber. Troy was killed in season 3, right? Troy was killed in season 3 in Texas. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know for sure it was on the West Coast. It was somewhere over because they started on was it? Because they started in LA and then they bounced around with New York, and they went on the boat, and it was hard to tell. Thinking back now, it was hard to tell. I'm sure if we rewatched it, we can pinpoint certain locations, but they bounced around, and then I think they were in Texas, but you don't know where roundabout. You don't know if it's Texas, Mexico-ish, you know what I'm saying? Or, I don't know. You just don't get the vibe of where they're at exactly. But the point, though, is it's not Atlanta, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? It's not near there at all. I mean, it's nowhere near where they're at now. Not even close. Now again, this is the zombie apocalypse. There's nothing around. It's insane. So she bashes his head in. He takes the map. I guess he's been looking for him. Someone said these are Strand's sunglasses. So I guess is Strand dead or captured, or that I don't know. Strand sunglasses, whatever. That's dumb. So he's collecting. Now again, Troy, who was bashed in the head. The reason why I'm waiting is because he picks up the hammer. This is the hammer that she used to bash him in the head in season 3, the finale, cracking his head open. And then the dam explodes. A dam explodes, flooding his dead body with water. They even show his body get flooded with water. We looked this up the last time people said Troy was alive, and there's no way, because she cracks his skull open with this hammer twice. I think she thumps him. He falls down, and he's all like, oh, he's pulling a Glenn Maggie, I think Troy was like, Nicky. And then Madison just goes, crunch, rip, friggin' opens his skull. There's like brains hanging out. And then the flood happens. Everyone's displaced by the flood. But then they suddenly all meet back up together. Fine. They're in the same locale. Close. But then they travel. I forget where all they travel, but they go to Louisiana somewhere. And now they're in Atlanta. Okay? States away. Multiple states away. Depending on how they traveled, even more states away. Madison runs into, conveniently, Morgan, who ran into Alicia, and yada, yada, yada. But now you got Troy, who had his head cracked open. He had the flood of a century dumped on him while he had his head cracked open, while he was dead, while his soul was literally at the pearly gates. Probably not. Probably went to hell. But his soul was out of his body when he got flooded up. But now, not only is he alive, but he has found them. He has tracked them down with the hammer. I guess he took the hammer off Madison, or he just found a hammer that looked like it. Or maybe he picked the hammer up, I don't know, when he was unconscious with his skull split open, swam to safety. But that now he's got Strand's sunglasses. And then the kicker, I guess he's going to be the one to answer what happens with Alicia, because now he has Alicia's arm. I was wondering what they were going to do with, because you can't bring Madison back, end it out, and not mention the daughter. You can't do that. I mean, it leaves an open thread that's terrible. So I guess now it's going to be Troy. Ooh, whoops. It's going to be Troy, who has found Strand's sunglasses. He still has her hammer, and now he's got this, and it's all ominous. And I tell you right now, the way they're doing this all ominous, and he has the hammer and he has Alicia's arm, he's gonna be a good guy. They always pull this shit where they're like, oh, look at dun dun dun, dark and moody, here's Alicia's arm, and he was an old bad guy from back before, but he's gonna show up and be a good guy. You know what I'm saying? Just by how they're setting this up. Maybe not a good guy, but maybe not like trying to kill her. I don't know. But this is wild as shit in the worst way possible. This is dumb as shit. I mean, beyond dumb as shit. So he has our arm. We're going to get definitive answers if Alicia's dead or not. We're going to get the answers on Strand, and then we'll see who this mystery guy is, which is probably Troy, which, like I said, is one of the dumbest things I think I've ever seen on Fear the Walking Dead to this day outside of this. Okay. Wait, hold on. No. Where's it at? Oh. Where'd it go? Oh, I'm in the wrong file. Outside of this. You ready for this? There it is. Oh. I'm losing blood. Bro, I'm losing oxygen. I'm face down, ass up in the dirt, bro. A zombie's about to take it from behind. What am I supposed to do, Morgan? I can't fucking breathe here, bro. She goes and helps him and saves the day anyhow. She just like shows up. This whole Morgan Claren thing was probably one of the most obnoxious. Oh, and I didn't even mention, they go to Eastman and they bury Grace there. Now, concept-wise, I would have loved if they had added on to the Eastman story, but this, and one of the reasons I hate this episode so deeply to my core, is because it shits. I mean, it shits in the most. I had, poisonous raw taco dinner from Taco Bell. It is the worst fucking terrible shittiest shit on Eastman's story from Here's Not Here is what it's called. Here's Not Here is a fantastic bottle episode, and although it might have frustrated you at the time, but Here's Not Here is a solid episode. And Here's Not Here was the episode that showed Morgan healing on the inside so he can actually venture out and rejoin Rick's group. But now it's like, I thought I was past this, but I'm not. Because shit writers came in here and they, instead of going, oh, you know what? They've already done this healing story. Let's add on to that. No, they were like, oh, nope. He's just not done. Eastman didn't do dick. Here's Not Here is trash because it doesn't matter. All they kind of did was forgot about it a little bit. Remember everything he learned in Here's Not Here? It doesn't matter. None of it matters. And now it's like Madison says one thing that's dumb as fuck, that I think Glenn even said it like in season 5 to Enid just to shut her up. And he's like, no, everyone's not gone. And these writers too, they didn't just have Madison create her own thing. They stole what they already did in the main show in season 5 or season 6 with Glenn, when he was like, he told Enid, everyone's not really gone. There's always a piece of them still inside you, a piece you remember and you cherish and yada, yada, yada. I think Glenn said it about them, but Madison kind of turned it around about like you, and it doesn't matter. It's the same idea and principle. So you take this cool shit that Eastman did and you just throw it in the trash. Instead, Madison has this really stupid, like, oh, the people are still with you, like in spirit, in heart. And now Morgan goes from clear to being healed again. Bullshit. The story was better in Here's Not Here. You just said nope and you redid it again. Even if you liked what they did with Madison and Morgan and his clear mode, why in the world do you want them to go back? Say, they already did Morgan healing. Why in the world do you want them to go back and say, psych, he didn't heal? Oh, but now he's healed. The whole Fear of the Walking Dead is one big incompetent mess. If they're not ripping off better writers, they're blatantly plagiarizing from the own fucking franchise that they're supposed to be adding on to. It doesn't make any sense. Not a lick of sense. The writers for Here's Not Here, I think it's Gimple too. He's probably, I don't know how he's not pissed. I don't know how Gimple is not like, you know what? One of my last remaining solid episodes of TV has just been shit all over on and said it doesn't matter. I'm gonna shut up. It's fucking terrible, bro. That's Fear of the Walking Dead. It is garbage. Here's Madison where she belongs, face down in the word. How do you film that? How do you actually film this? Morgan, I'm here. In the dirt. Look at her. Okay, Matt. Okay, Kim Dickens. All right, lay down, stick your face in the dirt, and now breathe real heavy like you just woke up, and go, Morgan, I'm here. I'll help you. Like,
Morgan, I'm here.
Like they don't think to just go, all right, grab the walkie, roll over on your side, catch your breath a minute, go, all right, yeah, Morgan, I'm here. There's nothing, just this ridiculous. She's like a simp. She's like a simp for Morgan in this. She's got a white savior complex. She's so eager to help him, even when she can't breathe and she's dying in the dirt. She's like, I'm here, bro. I'm so here. Oh, I'll help you. This is so stupid. I'm out of here. Fear the Walking Dead is trash. I'm glad it's over, and we'll see how the rest of the 6 go, but maybe we'll shit talk it. I don't know if I could continue to be this mean, because now I'm just annoyed with everyone who's involved. There's no way you guys don't know this is trash TV, and we don't deserve trash TV as fans. I mean, we've been fans for over 10 years now, and this is the shit you're giving us. AMC, I'm glad that someone looked into your company to see if they should buy you out, and they realized that you're not even worth being bought out, even with The Walking Dead. Let that sink in. That is fucking embarrassing. Get your shit together. Stop giving us trash to watch. Good night, goodbye, see you later. Rest in peace, Morgan. They did you dirty. They did everyone dirty.